6 to their lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
On 1st down, Newton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And that is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Cap gives to the tailback high. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited, because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they're going to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock, because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
A 10th carry for Hyde. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Kaepernick now to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Hyde. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Yep.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Carlos Hyde, 22 yards. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it up and through. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Carolina offense.
Quick menu.
As they get ready to take over here.
Quick menu.
Time, not only
Quick
turnover,
Madden
but
NFL 17.
6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now they're in the hurry-up. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Stewart is the lone setback. Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 12 yards is the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And Ginn's got it. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10, Newton again. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen from 19 yards away. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Cam looking to throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now high. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. And that rushing touchdown is Ford puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now Newton, and his pass incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Well, not the position they want to be in. Still a very, very small chance here, but they almost need a miracle.
Agreed. That means they've got to get it to the sidelines, get out of bounds, and preserve clock.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the